Hi guys, it's Andy from mcfcfantv and welcome to this very quick sort of update and review of tonight's game. As I'm sure you all know, England beat Croatia for the first time in an opening game for many years, but just won their first opening game in a tournament. But 1-0, good result. I think most people would have wanted a win, maybe taken a draw, but as it stands, 1-0. Raheem Sterling got the goal, and what we're going to do is going to quickly go through the team and see what you thought of tonight's, the way that Gareth Southgate set up the team, the way certain players played. I thought there were some players tonight that were quiet, very quiet. Harry Kane in particular, I thought was virtually non-existent, but there were other players who stood up and shone in parts of the game, and one or two in particular I thought were very good for England tonight. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, and I'm so pleased for Raheem Sterling. All the grief that he's got, you know, he shouldn't be in the starting lineup. He's had a crap season. He's done this, that, and the other. Gareth stuck with him. And I thought he played. I thought he played really well for most of the game. He was a real threat, even though there are still a couple of occasions when he went through and he thought could have done better. But at the end of the day, if that was Harry Kane, 1-0, one goal, 1-0 against Croatia in the opening game of the Euros, you go, that's what Harry Kane's there for, innit? Well, Raheem's done exactly the same, moving into that inside position. Picking up a great ball from Calvin Phillips. But we'll talk about the players anyway. Let's see who is on. Like I said, this is just going to be a quick one. I do apologise. I think I've torn a muscle in the rib again on the opposite side. But I'm in a bit of an agony here. But let's see. Ryan's on. Hello. Only watched the second half because I don't really care till knockout round. But at least I watched the 5 live commentary. No Janice or Steve making my ears bleed. Raheem the Goat says, Andrew, Niangani, the haters are silent. They certainly are. Sean, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. Hi, guys. I'm back. Dupe, I've not spoken to you for a while, mate. Hope you're well. We just about edged it. We just went over the line. I think we're a better team overall. Nice goal. Yarmolenko has scored, has he? I've not seen any stuff I've been eating dinner. And Netherlands 2, Ukraine 1. Ukraine scored a screamer just now, really. Evening, would have probably preferred the loss tactically. Should win the group now, meaning we'll play France and Portugal. Yeah, well, I think there's still a few games to go yet, Ryan, but I think we discussed that, didn't we, on the vlog that we did a few nights ago, talking about the fact of the breakdown of if England were to win this group, who we could possibly get, and maybe second might be better. Kenster says, Ukraine screamer. I'm not seeing it, I must admit. Second place in our group gets a much better draw. It does. What a goal by Ukraine, says Charlie. Hi, Andy. Our boys done us proud. They did play well today. Glad Sterling scored after a not so good season. Will boost his confidence. Yeah, it will definitely do. Well, if we just look, what me and Ross were talking about it yesterday, and obviously on Friday, on the Friday Night Social, we put our lineups. Ross thought we might go to a 3-5-2. That was his lineup. Let me just remove the ticker banner there so you can see it properly. That was Ross's lineup, and that was, I think most pundits were going, maybe we should go for a 3-5-2, certainly against Croatia, and be strong. And he went for Pickford, correct. Walker, correct. Stones, correct. He went for Shaw. He went for James. Chilwell. He went for Rice, correct. Mount, correct. Foden, correct. Kane, correct. And Raheem Sterling. So obviously the 3-5-2 that he went for dictated who he picked. I went for a standard 4-3-3. Pickford, I got that right. Stones and Mings, I got that right. Chilwell, I didn't. He played Trippier today. Walker, correct. Rice. I thought he might have brought Henderson back. What a stupid idea that was. Mount, correct. Sterling, Kane. I went for Rashford, but if you watch the video, I did say maybe Foden might come in instead of that particular one. So we were pretty close on the starting lineups. And I think Gareth got it right at the end of the day. I thought for the first 20, 25 minutes, we were very, very good, really good. Pressed the ball really, really well. So let's see. Done that one. Evening, fellas. Ocean Rage is on. Evening Blues. SOS is on. Charlie, I'm top of the league. You are, mate. But I mean, listen, there's only been about a third of the games played yet, mate. Stop it. Behave yourself. Let's see after the first round where you are. There's still loads of people who on the fantasy football league, which maybe I'll do that now. Euro Fantasy Football League. Let's see. Well, obviously Charlie is gloating, but he has had a load of players played already, where many of others have not had hardly any. He's on 39. He got 5 points today, so he's on 39. If you look at the goals scored, 2. Goals conceded, 0. Clean sheets, 2. Assists, 1. That shows you, Ross is second. He got 7 points today so far. He's on 32 points. My lad Ralph is on 31. Mingy Wong has had a good day on 12 points today. He's on 30. Tom Hudson's had 7 points today, so he's had a decent day. He's on 28. My other lad has had a -1. He's had a nightmare. Pathetico Madrid. He's on 27. I'm in 7th, but I've had no players playing today, so I'm on 25. So I've still got the big hitters still to come. Nick Johnson in the Pepula. I can't read all that. He got 4 points. He's on 22 points so far. Jack Lee, COVID under 19s. He's got 12 points, so he scored really well with Mingy Wong today. He's on 17. Lewis Yates has scored 11. He's on 16. Joe Edwards, he's had no players today, but he's back on 15 points. Ronnie, he's got 7 points. John Sensbateri, he's got 3 points today, and 3 points he's on. And bringing up Joe Edwards, you not had another one. Maybe you're not. Maybe you've just gone to the bottom there. Frightful Foden, 2 points today. So there you go. But there's a long way. We'll review maybe the Thursday night, Tom. The TNT show. Tom is going to go through all the points and everything else on that, and we'll maybe do a bit of an update during next week with regards to it. So, Charlie, hold your sauce yet, mate. Hold your sauce. How did Foden do? Yeah, he did really well in the first half, sort of drifted out in the second. I think the heat played a big part today. I think England were very much in and out managing the game, but we needed that goal. It was so important. Tim Smith's on. Hi, Andy. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. I'm sure you're pleased with the way Calvin Phillips played today. In the last 3 games for England, we look poor up top, only scoring 1 in all the games. Hi, on in the chat says, big jump there, sorry, says Tim. Ryan says, I'm just glad we don't have TV at my new job. Should hopefully avoid annoying fans whilst at work. Charlie says, I got my line correct. Think I should manage England. Did you? I'm not sure about that. Smash the like button, please. Thank you very much. Ukraine. 2-2. What a goal again. There you go. So you're watching it. I'm not. 2-2. What did you make of Trippier at left back, Andy? I thought he played okay. I'll be honest with you. I thought he played okay. Probably still want a left-footed player in there, if I'm honest, for England. Maybe not for City, but I thought he did okay. His throw-in set Sterling away. A brilliant throw-in set Sterling away for the ball we played into Foden for that first effort, which was absolutely amazing. But I thought he did okay. He's defensively sound, but maybe against better teams. Croatia are a pretty decent team, let's not forget. I didn't think they were great today, but I think better teams, we need a natural left-footed player for me. John Grogan says, strange comment from Sterling after game, but he had a good game. Ukraine 2-2 from 2 down. Share on all platforms, please. Thank you very much. Ukraine 2, come on. Ukraine. Evening chat, Shedders is on. How are you, mate? Foden hit the bar well. He hit the post, not the bar. Leave a comment below. Yeah, absolutely. 2-2. Everyone's watching this game. Obviously, the Dutch have bottled it. Yeah, I didn't think Dutch would do so well in this tournament. Ukraine 2-2. Where's the link to the league? It's in the, if you go to the comments, I wonder if I can just bring it up and let me just see. I'll try and bring it up for you now, but it's under, if you go to the YouTube channel and go into community chat, we have said this quite a few times, but I'll happily do it again for those who maybe have not had a chance. There we go. So I'll try and post it now on here, live below. So here you go, Dukes. Hopefully it will take all of that. That's it. Maybe. Yeah, it has. So there you go. So the link is there below. And also the code to join it is EUE3NAAV. So if you want to join it, there's loads of games still to go. It's like a month to go. So if you want to still join, excuse me, please feel free. Come on, you yellow and blues, says Addy. Smash the like button, please. Yeah, great. If you can, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, Foden was good for those who wondered. I posted my line up on Twitter, Andy, and got it all correct. Well, I don't know about Twitter, mate, because you didn't post it on our channel, so I'll have to go. I'm not going to troll back on Twitter to find it, mate. Phillips outstanding in mid, controlled it well. I had Chilwell in my fantasy Premier League, well, fantasy football league. I'm guessing, yeah. Well, I think most of us thought that maybe he would have done it. Wow, says Kenster. Charlie goal, Netherlands. God, this game seems like it's absolutely massive. Nathan Ake, an assist, 3-2 Netherlands. Great cross. There you go. 3-2 to the Dutch. 3-2. What a cross by Ake. There you go. I'm missing it all. You're obviously watching it. I'm not. So that's why I'm keeping this one short. But what I wanted to say today is I thought certain players did really, really well today. I thought Tyrone Mings did really well, considering that he got a little bit of grief in his 2 games previous. I thought he did really well. I thought John Stones was solid. I thought Kyle Walker's first half his passing was atrocious, but you can see defensively why he's so in that team, because he was brilliant. I mean, a couple of that cross when he just blocked off the player and let Pickford pick it up. Pickford, I thought his passing was awful, if I'm honest, but he didn't have a great deal to do throughout the game. I thought Trippier was solid. Didn't have a lot to do either. But I thought Calvin Phillips today, I thought he was sensational. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. He was like a typical, said to my wife and the lads when we were watching it earlier, I thought he was a cross between a Fernandinho and a Nigel de Jong. He was just read everything really well. And obviously his assist for Sterling was exceptional. And remove him from that team at your peril, Gareth Southgate. I thought he was brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. He was my man of the match, even though I know Sterling got man of the match for the goal and everything else. But I thought Calvin Phillips was exceptional today. Had a really, really good game. Phillips had a great game. I'd imagine Pep's currently trying to work out if he could play as both a striker and a left back. Yeah, Ken Starr, I'm sure he's probably looking at that and going, that's the type of player we're not getting out of maybe our players at the moment. Obviously, we've got Fernandinho in there, but is Rodri that athletic as a Calvin Phillips? Maybe not. Or is Rodri going to Barcelona with everyone else? Maybe. I don't know. But certainly, that's one game. We have to wait and see how he does throughout the tournament. But he's had a great season for Leeds, and I think he's a really, really good player if he sorts his Swede out and sorts that haircut out and everything else. But yeah, I mean, joking aside, I thought he had a brilliant game today. Really, really good. I thought Declan Rice was solid. Going through it, I thought Phil Foden was exceptional in the first half, really dangerous. So unlucky with that one that hit the post. It could have hit the inside and gone in. It could have rebounded back at the keeper and gone in, or he could have buried it in the bottom corner. But I thought Foden was exciting. sort of drifted in and out the game, I thought, and I don't know whether that was the heat or that was the way we were playing, but I thought Sterling on the other side, he looked dangerous all of the time. And to make that run inside ahead of Kane, to get in that position when he saw Phillips making that run, it's just his intelligence. And I thought he took his goal well. Bit of a missed strike, but hit the keeper's hand. But you'll take that all day long. And I thought, yeah, if he was going to be voted man of the match for his goal, fine, fair enough, not a problem. I would have given it Calvin Phillips. I thought he was exceptional today, but I thought Sterling did really, really well and shut the critics up. You know, the Sterling, Sterling's garbage, Sterling's this, Sterling's that, and the other. He's never let England down. And you look at his, I can't remember what they said. Is it 69 appearances, 79 appearances, and 46 goals? You take that all day long, wouldn't you? Absolutely brilliant. I thought he was absolutely superb today. Tim says, bye Andy, safe mate, let me know when I can come in next live. Yep, listen mate, I'll let you know. I'll always put it in here. All you have to do is, as usual, with anybody, is send us an email at mcfcfantv@gmail.com. There's the email, and if you send us an email saying, you know, can I come on the next live vlog? Can I do this? I can let you know whether it's something that you can come in on, or we're not for this night, but you can on this night. So send us an email to the email address mcfcfantv@gmail.com, and I'll let you know. But you're always welcome. Anybody, if you want to come on and have your say about Man City or about England or about whatever else, just send us an email. We need to know in advance because that way we plan for things. But thank you, Tim, for all your support. Really appreciate it. Calvin was very good. He was very, very good. Rashford, poor. It's hard to say. He only came on in 20 minutes to go, or something, 25 minutes. It was great from Sterling and Phillips. I thought both of them were very good. Sad can't join Dream Team because they said that my Norwegian number is not real. Really? I should be able to join it, mate. Set up a UK one. Hi, hope you're well, Brad. And Andy, yeah, I'm very good, mate. I hope you're well. Phillips has signed on a 3-year contract at Leeds. Sorry, he's not going anywhere soon. Hey, you never know. John Grog, England fans hate Sterling. Had to leave Beer Garden today because of the vile abuse Raz was getting. Really? You're joking. Please don't tell me, John, they were City fans. Got it, Andy. No probs. You're welcome, mate. Absolutely. But anyway, I thought it was a good performance, and it was a good win. It was a good 3 points, and that's the main thing. And if you look at the stats, well, the formation obviously ended up being a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, whatever you want to call it. But obviously, Pickford, Walker, Stones, Mings, Trippier, Rice, and Phillips, Foden, Mount, Sterling, and Kane up front. I've got to admit, I thought Kane was poor today. I thought he was really poor. Obviously, he got subbed for Bellingham. Sterling got subbed for Calvert-Lewin, and Foden got subbed for Rashford, who came on the 71st minute. So it's hard to judge those players on there. We still had lots on the bench with the likes of Shaw, Grealish, Henderson. We had Cody. We had White, Johnston, James, Saka, Bellingham. Who Bellingham got a chance to come on, but I thought, yeah. He didn't give him much chance to really shine, bringing him on so late. But then I guess he's wanting to just make sure we got the 3 points in the bag, which was brilliant. Well, as it turns out, possession-wise, it was 50-50. It was 50% each. We had 8 shots. They had 8 shots. We had 2 on target. They had 2 on target. Corner each, and 9 fouls to 10 fouls for Croatia. So when you look at it, it was a closer game than it possibly could have been. But I still think England were the better team overall. Now, if you look at the BBC website in particular, player of the match for them was Calvin Phillips. Gave him an 8.38 average. Mings got a 6.81 average in second, and Sterling with a 6.80. Followed by Mount, 6.72, Foden, 6.68, Rice, 6.37, Pickford, 6.25, Stones a 6.14, Trippier 5.93, Bellingham a 9.83, Rashford a 5.35, which is hard. Walker only got a 5.35 today, and Kane was the bottom of 4.96, which sort of says everything about today for Kane. That's not to say that Kane in the next match is not going to be phenomenal. But I thought he had a poor game today. Didn't really influence the game at all. But Dupe says, Sterling 1, haters 0. Love to see it. Did Kane play? Not really. Kane missed a big chance, but he didn't do anything else. He did miss that one at the back post, didn't he? One that, when you watched it back, you thought, should really have scored that. For somebody of his calibre, should really have scored it. So my question is, will Pep and his team be looking at Kane throughout this tournament? Are they going to judge it on this tournament? Does it come into it? Whether he comes to City in the summer, whether they put a bid in for him, or do they go, listen, it's been a long season, now on top of the Euros. If he don't play well, we know after a rest he's going to be brilliant again back in the Premier League. I don't know. I've got a feeling they might look at him in this tournament and think, is he good enough? I think he's good enough, I'll be honest with you. But he wasn't good today. He wasn't. Addy says, Kane drops so deep, sometimes he doesn't get a lot of chances. Maybe that's the problem, Addy, because he's not used to that. And I was surprised today, considering that he had Foden and Sterling, who were both driving wide. And yet you saw where the goal came from. The goal was him dropping deep and allowing Sterling intelligently to come inside and occupy that 9 role and get the ball from Calvin Phillips. So we don't need players like that at City. We certainly don't need him playing like that. We really don't. We want an out-and-out striker for me. But Kenster says, Kane would have been as well sitting next to me. Never gets a ball unless Southgate sets you up to your strengths rather than stopping the opposition. You won't win this. Yeah, Kane had a date with the poll. Hey, Kenster, hey, we've got Friday coming up, haven't we, mate? That's going to be interesting. I'm going to do a live watch-along for the England-Scotland game, so it should be interesting. If you want to come and join me, mate, and jump on, if Scotland score or you want to come on and have your say, you're more than welcome. The Dutch 1-3-2, really? Wow. Kane under Pep will be a different player. Yeah, I think he will. I'm not taking it on one game. I still think he's an exceptional player. His figures prove that. I just don't like this dropping deep stuff. But then again, him dropping deep today, even though he didn't do a great deal, ended up with Sterling being able to intelligently advance ahead of him and being in the box at the right time for when Phillips made that pass. So, yeah, there you go. That's it. It's a quick roundup tonight. It was a great win, a brilliant points on the board. I have sports day tomorrow at your school. Good luck, Sean. Good luck, mate. Is it egg and spoon race and sack race and things like that I used to do when I was a kid? But probably not these days. It'll be how fast can you move your thumbs on a PS4 or PS5 or an Xbox controller, I'm guessing. I don't know. Let me know. But I hope you do well tomorrow, mate. Really do. Great live stream. Thank you, Dupe. It's just a quick one tonight. England 1-0, which is brilliant. Kenster, he's going to be waiting for that Scotland game. I'll be keeping a close eye on that. I will tweet. I will tweet you, Kenster, about the Scotland game. But yeah, next week is going to be interesting. Friday, we're going to do a live watch along with that. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's been so long since we played a proper competitive match against Scotland. I'm, as you know, I'm split. I'm English, but my father's side is Scottish, and so yes, I'm always England, but I do have an affinity for Scotland, obviously. But cheers, Andy. Off out. What's that? Cheers, Andy. Off out for the last hour. Good. Enjoy it. Thank you, John, for nipping in. Hi, Addy. Hope you're well. What's your opinion on players too much high demanded we're no longer rested. Yeah, it's a problem. It is a problem, Brad. Speaking last night with my wife about it, we were saying, look, if you were a normal average worker and you are working literally and you're getting literally 2 weeks off a year, you wouldn't be happy about it. You wouldn't, and your body wouldn't be happy about it. And I know, forget the money. And I know people say, well, they only train for 4 or 5 hours a day and that's it. But they have loads of other, obligations to complete with charity work and photo shoots and things. So after training for 3 or 4 hours, the afternoon could be 2 or 3 hours of photo shoots for sponsorships and shirts. It could be your own sponsors. It could be your own charities. It could be going do social media stuff or interviews for the, Sky or whatever. And maybe that's not every day, but it's still a good 6, 7 hour day, 8 hour day, like an average person works. So, to do that day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, they don't get that much time off, free time. And then the last 2 years, they've hardly had the break. The likes of Sterling has literally had no break for 2 years. 4 or 5 days here, 4 or 5 days there. So for me, I do think it takes its toll. And sometimes, the managers manage them and let them go away and say, you're not playing this weekend, so it's Tuesday, go away. But the problem being is that they can't literally go away or go home to some of the foreign players because we've had COVID time. So I think once everything gets in the next month or two, hopefully opens up again, some of those players will be able to go back and visit family and just rest in their hometowns or where they come from, and where they live, where they've got second homes and things like that. Just relax for a week or two and get away from football. They must be fed up of it, surely. If you're in a business and you're doing it day in, day out for 2 years, you've been thinking, fed up of this. But they've got to perform. And I think certain players have just played so much football, like Raheem Sterling. He's just played so much football with no rest. It's not like he ever gets injured. So he's had no rest for 2 years. So, it's difficult. It is a difficult one. It really is. Evening, Andy. Looking tanned up there, fella. I played a bit of golf after the... I haven't played, but I shouldn't have played because I got a bit of a tear in the muscle between my ribs and I shouldn't have played. And I stupidly went and played 9 holes after the England game tonight. Yeah, it's just made it 10 times worse. So I won't be playing. I was hoping I was going to go into a competition on next Saturday, but I can't play this week. I really can't. So I'm going to have to leave it until Friday, go and have a knock around, see how it is, and hopefully I can still enter the competition. But it's been very warm today, humid, muggy. I'm sweating now. It's so warm because none of the doors are open in this hallway. But Adol says, if England win the Group who from Group F, who and Hungary do you want to play? I don't want to play any of them. We said this. Go and watch the Thursday night Tom and the Friday night social. We spoke all about this, and I don't want any of them. Best wishes to Christian Eriksen. What about feeling yesterday? Hope it's okay. Yeah, it's shocking. Well done to the medical staff. Well done to the captain, Denmark, and so pleased, so pleased that he is at least awake, talking, and seems like he's come through the worst of it. Whether he'll play football again will be dependent on the outcome of the results from the investigations into the prognosis for the future to what happens to him. But it's just as long as he's safe and happy, that's the main thing. Question for you, Andy: do you see these close England results 1-0, 1-0, etc., as a sign of England consistency, or we have some serious disappointment? Good question. I don't know, Addy. I'd like to see a little bit more. I think, obviously, I'm discounting the friendlies. The team is not going to be the team that we saw in the friendlies. We saw that today. We had some of the bigger hitters back today. What I liked today is I thought defensively we were pretty sound. It wasn't our best defence we could have put out, but we were defensively sound today. And I thought we were pretty controlling in midfield. I think it was a hot day. I don't think that suited us. I think if we were playing at 8 o'clock in the evening tonight, we might have beaten Croatia, possibly more. But I thought they conserved energy well. We took the chance when we We had it. We had a couple of other chances. We're unlucky with Foden. Kane should have scored that at the back post for me. So it could have been sort of 2-3-0, which wouldn't have flattered England, even though it was 50% possession and the shots and everything. I thought we had the better part of the game. So if it goes 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, listen, if you look at the previous winners of the World Cup and the Euros, Addy, you'll see that defensively they've been very sound. All of those winners have been very, very sound. I think Portugal were the winners with the most goals conceded, I think, in the last 20 years. I think they conceded 7 throughout the tournament. So, and they had a lot of 1-0s and 2-1s and things like that. So I think if it's 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, I'll take that all day long. That is consistency, and maybe that's what's needed to win a tournament like this. So anyway, bye, Sean. Brad says, sorry, Paul, saying the fines for the Super League should be invested in putting defibrillator on all sports facilities from schools to Premier League pitches. I retweeted something earlier, which was one of the big things, and I was talking to my wife over dinner about it. I used to, obviously I don't anymore, but I used to run junior football teams in my local area, and I was the chairman of a club that had 5-6 teams, and it was one of those that I don't know what the current FA rules are because I've been out of it for a couple of years, but yeah, it's one that for me I think is really important, certainly when you get into your teenage years. I mean, I run under 12s, but I mean, sort of under 14s, under 16s, under 18s, onwards. I think it's really important. I really do. But by all accounts, I think the FA want you. I don't know whether they mandate it, but they want you to have a defib. Well, I know from my background in aviation with defibs and how much they cost and training people to use a defib and things like that, that you can pick them up for like 500-600 quid. But on average, they're around about £700-800. So if you're running a junior football club, to try and get that out of your subscriptions, which I used to charge back in the day, £90 a year, and that included everything. You got a kit, you got training kit, you got hoodies and everything else. You're not going to have the money to buy 600, 700, 800 quid defibs. But yeah, maybe that is an option, and maybe that's something that the FA should look into at grassroots football, certainly when it gets into the teenage years, because you've got a difference if it's kids football, because you have different types of defibs. You have biphasic and monophasic. So, your defibs these days can be combined for children or pediatrics and for adults. So, but still, to get those defibs are expensive for grassroots football clubs that are just setting up with maybe 10 or 12 players, and unless somebody can sponsor you to buy one of those and have it there, you've got to maintain it as well. You might get a 5-year lithium battery in there, but you still got to maintain it, and then you've got to be trained to use it. And that's the other thing. Now, I do know the FA, when you do your FA coaching licenses, which I did, and things like that, you do CPR and basic life support, and that's sort of by the by. But you still have to be trained to use the defib, mainly, not like public access defibs. But if you're keeping control of it, that still has to be managed and monitored and recorded and all those type of things. So it's so complicated, but I do think the FA needs to do more on that personally. And if you've got teams of under 12s, under 14s, under 16s, 18s, things like that, I think the FA should really be supporting grassroots and providing that defib for you. And if your team folds, you give the defib back. It's as simple as that. You send it back. But it's a difficult one. It is. But finally, just England's luck. We get to host the games, and we end up with the Portuguese feeling right at home in this weather. I know. If it carries on like this, Addy, they'll be right at home, and England won't be. But anyway, that's the end of tonight's vlog. I want to say thank you for coming on. Really do appreciate it. Just a quick one tonight on England. I thought Raheem Sterling, so pleased for him. Really, really pleased for him. He got the goal, and that's his first goal in proper tournament competition, which is absolutely amazing for him. And I thought Calvin Phillips was exceptional today, and it's a good result for Gareth Southgate. I thought he picked the right team. And I thought some of the players were very, very good. Some of the players not so good. But it's the first game, and it is what it is. We move forward. But we'll be back. What's that there? Once you've got defibs, you can have to renew pads batteries every other year. Loads of money to be taken out. Boys, come see. Yeah, Ken said that's the thing. I mean, normally your defib batteries are lithium batteries that last around about 5 years. I know because I've got defibs upstairs because I use them for training. But still, there's the pad renewals and these things like that, and it's the whole side of it, the maintenance of it, and also you keep it in check as well, because you normally have to have a refresher every 3 years that you'll probably have to pay for, unless you go to the FA to do your coaching stuff. You have to pay for that as part of your first aid course. I mean, I was doing a first aid course thinking, oh my God, I'm an advanced life support instructor. I'm having to do basic life support. Good. But yeah, I had to pay for it. It was like £195, I think it was, sorry. But I had to do it as to get the tick in the box. So, yeah, the FA should support more. We've seen it. It is rare. It is very rare. But yeah, they should do. They should do. So whatever you do, people out there, if you've not done a basic life support course, go out there and put yourself on one. Most of them you can get free. Go out there, go St. John's Ambulance or someone like that. Go and do a basic life support. At least know what you're doing, so that if it was outside in the park, watching your kids play football and a dad or whatever collapses, at least know the basics of what you're doing. That would be my advice. My lads have known from young growing up what to do, and I've trained them to do that. So you need to make sure you know what you're doing, the basics. Simple as that, because that could be the difference. So anyway, good. The good news is Christian Eriksen, thank God, looks like he's going to pull through. Whether that means his playing career is over or not, well, I guess we'll wait and see. But BBC iPlayer, yeah, Neil, yeah, it's Copa America, Brazil, yeah, they are. It's at 10 o'clock, isn't it? So, or it's on now. Jesus, yeah, Jesus. Evening Blues, David Sutton, you're a bit late. I'm going now. But anyway, Sandy from Man City Fan TV. Thank you so much for jumping in and saying hello. I do appreciate it. England win 1-0. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way you'll be notified when new videos come out on the channel. If you're not a Patreon, if you want to join and support us, you don't have to. The link is in the description below. Don't forget, patrons, those who are patrons, there is the episode 1 of the summer transfer window, Man City's summer transfer window video. It is on left backs, and so I did a review on left backs. For everyone else, I might put it on the channel at some point later this week, but I put it on, I think it was Friday, out there, so the patrons get a chance to watch it well in advance of it going on the main channel. But next, I'm going to be doing midfielders, so I'll be doing that this week. So keep an eye out on the Patreon page. There'll be another video coming on the midfielders, and also strikers will probably be next week. But if you want to join, support us, you can do. If you don't, no problem. Still planning videos throughout the summer on England, who have won 1-0 tonight, and well done to Raheem Sterling. But guys, take care. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe wherever you are, and we'll be back in the near future. England, onwards and upwards.